Good morning, Turfs Up Radio. Wayne Bowles, Profits Unlimited, coming to you live from Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, indeedy.
Oh, my goodness. It's great to be back on today. Hey, sorry I missed you guys Monday. Was having a dental issue. Still am. Actually, it has not been fixed yet, but I've had time to get on some meds for it. So, bottom line is, hey, man, I'm going to do my show, try to do my show today, see how long my jaw lasts. But yeah, I got a little tooth problem going on, so we're gonna have to get it fixed. Next Tuesday was as earliest as I could get service on it, so I'm looking to get. For those of you that want to know my personal life, I'm going to have a root canal. I think I think that's what I've talked myself into. That's what my appointment's for. Is get a root canal next Tuesday, get it squared away. But just can't bring myself to pulling it yet. So I don't know. Between now and then, depending on how it bothers me, we'll see. But hey, they got me on an antibiotic and since Monday, and it's feeling a little bit better, controlled with Advil and Tylenol alternating. So I don't know what's working. The antibiotic, the Advil, the Tylenol, all of it combined. Probably all of it combined, what's working. So, but hey, I'm gonna try to do it and see how it goes. So, Daniel's going to hop on here with me in a little bit and going to help me. We got a special guest coming on today. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But yeah, we got a great day here in Louisville, Kentucky. Weather-wise, it's awesome, full sun shining out, and hopefully you guys are having a good day and got a lot of good things going on. We're doing a little fall cleanup work, some vacuuming. Leaf vac is out for the first time today, so we'll be vacuuming some leaves. Um, or I'm sure we will, without a doubt. That's what our intent is, to get some vacuuming going today and get some leaves cleaned up. And hey, it's the beginning of the end of fall leaf cleanups. Yeah, how's that? The beginning of the end of fall leaf cleanups. So, but yeah, we're doing some of those today, and then we're going to do some fertilizing today, a little bit of mowing today. So, a lot of things rocking and rolling. Did some holiday lights yesterday, along with all the other things that we do. But want to give a big shout out to Aaron Walls and his crew, and Chad with us that went around and got several installations done yesterday. Did a great job with those, and a couple positive comments already from our customers on how much they love them. So that's good. So Christmas light season's underway, fall leaf cleanup's underway. Still trying to make the phone ring. And good morning, Dan. Appreciate you texting in, my friend. Glad to hear from you guys. And nice to know that you guys are listening this morning. And hopefully you guys are into some good things too. Big shout out to everybody that reached out to us yesterday afternoon, making sure that we were okay. And within that, we had a pretty significant event here in Louisville. I'm not going to get into it here on the radio, but there's plenty out there online if you want to go check it out. But our prayers and condolences go out to the families involved in that. And I appreciate you guys for checking to see if we were close to the shelter in place area, and but no issues at all. So we're not even going to pretend that there was any issue at all here at WLS or at home. Um, it was crazy though. Tabitha did tell me that, man, she was, I don't know, we're about 4.5, 4 air miles from where the incident occurred. And she was like, damn, I heard it. I heard it. So it was a pretty crazy thing. So, but hey, I do appreciate everybody checking in on us. And, God be willing and the creek don't rise. We won't have any more fatalities on that. So y'all can check that out if you want to. But just don't want to get involved in all that. So, But hey, Seth says it's snowing leaves where he's at. I can believe it, man. It's that time of the year, and it does kind of look like that sometimes. So, and uh, Smoking Joe said still mowing there, starting their leaf cleanups next week. So, good deal, man. Good deal. Hey, it's all about keeping the meter running, right? Keep that meter running, and we do it through diversification. And diversification at Wayne's Lawn Service means landscape lighting, holiday lighting, fall leaf cleanups, winter fertilizer. All those things that we've graduated into as the years went by, and we started out predominantly as a mowing company, as you guys probably know. You've probably heard me talk about that, but realized that mowing alone wasn't going to get it done, and just wasn't going to get it done, and wouldn't get us to where we wanted to be and needed to be and had to be. So we started diversifying, and for you guys that are new listeners, our diversification continues. I mean, we've started just within the last 2-3 years at it, landscape lighting, holiday lighting, and to our portfolio of services that we offer. And I'm not telling you to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I just give you a shout out that diversification is the key to success, and that's just the reality of it. So, anyways, yeah, there you go, Smoking Joe. Smoking Joe sent me a picture of a sign with a attachment of a pet waste bags, a garbage can, and a sign that says, "I don't use your yard as a restaurant. Please don't let your pets use mine." Is one. Pretty interesting. Yeah. What do you think, Daniel?
There you go.
My aunt used to have a pool, and they lived down in Sarasota, Florida, and they had one of those signs. They not that particular sign, but their sign in their bathroom said, "Please don't pee in," or in their, by their pool said, "Please don't pee in a pool. We don't swim in your toilet." So, anyways, same idea. Just be respectful of other people's stuff. It's simple. Got a special guest that's supposed to hop on here with me today, um, and looking forward to them hopping on. It's going to be Peter. I met him at the expo personally, and Peter and Courtney at the expo. They have a software called EarthaPro, and I'm looking really forward to talking to them about it. Talk to Courtney a little bit out at the expo about her product, and as well as a few other things that we won't get into today. But yeah, it was outstanding, and young couple that has really got some really interesting software for our industry. So, and you may have heard him previously. Aaron Walls met him initially and had him on his show. And I thought, man, it's a great product. And I didn't get to hear him when they were on with Aaron, but thought we'd do a repeat performance for him, get him on here. So that's our plan for our show today, and we're looking forward to that. Want to give a big shout out to Aaron Walls yesterday for popping up here to the big city and helping us knock out several holiday lighting jobs. It's great to have a partner as good as Aaron with us at WLS, and he certainly is a great partner when it comes to everything that we do. I believe we've got a fish on the line. Let's see. All right, I think that may be the world famous Peter. So,
Hi, Wayne. This is Peter and Courtney.
Hello.
yeah, you got both of you guys. Great. How are y'all doing?
We're doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
absolutely. I was just saying that I had a nice opportunity to meet you guys out at the expo, but I said, hey, some of our listeners may have heard you guys on Aaron's show with Aaron, and you have such a great product. We wanted to give you another round.
Awesome. Thank you.
Another
And
round.
Yeah, it was great meeting you at the expo. And yeah, we love being on Aaron's Landscape for Roots show.
Yeah. Aaron's such a good dude. So it was just, we were talking about everything under the sun, actually.
Did you? True. We may go that direction a little bit too today, but hey, tell us a little bit about how'd the expo go for you guys?
Oh my goodness. It was insane. It went so well for us, actually, that we had some people sign up like during the expo. We've been helping people on board since the expo, and it's just been extremely positive. We also just met a lot of like wonderful people, like yourself, and just like some podcasters and stuff. And I am so happy we went. We're definitely going back next year.
Yeah, it was one of the coolest. Actually, it was probably the coolest trade show I've ever seen. Like I've never seen a trade show that big before.
It is pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the enormity of that thing. You guys are right. It's just, and it grows every year. That's the thing about it. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do as far as making more space for everybody,
Yeah.
Apparently, they're tearing down the West Wing and they're building a new wing to replace it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I saw that construction, because we were in that wing with you guys, and when we came in to set up our booth, I asked them. I said, what do y'all got going on? And they were telling me that, hey, this is one of our oldest wings that they had remaining. They've renovated the rest of them, and they decided to go ahead and they're going to tear that one down and build a new one and modernize it. So we'll see how it works out. Maybe next year, I don't know if they'll have it done in a year, but if they do, we'll have a nice new home to be in, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. And the only thing I regret about the expo is I wish I had more time to walk around.
Oh, we didn't walk around really at all.
Yeah. It's just like you said, there's just so many people and so many things to see. I really look forward. I really look for them to potentially expand it by a day. I really do. I mean, I'm not, I haven't heard anything about that. Maybe they can't do it, and maybe, a lot of the vendors may not want to do it, and, the sponsors or whatnot, but everybody says the same thing. You just can't hardly do it in 2 days,
Yeah, I would say the same. I think it'd be nice. Obviously, I don't know if this is possible, but just a day where maybe it's like the very, very last day where the exhibitors can choose to stay a little longer just to network with each other. So
yeah,
just something. Just Peter and I also didn't get a chance to go to the demo yard. We didn't get to play on any of the equipment.
Oh no, y'all missed, and the weather was perfect for it this year.
Yeah, it was perfect. Like Peter and I watched some videos of the show afterwards, and we were like, "No way! We didn't know that we could have like gone on some zero turn mowers outside." Like,
yeah,
like God, I would have been playing on it. Say, Peter, good luck at the booth. I'm gonna go ride a lawnmower.
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple hours. Yeah, that certainly is not the expo to say I'll be back in 10 or 20 minutes. It takes you 10 or 20 minutes to get somewhere.
Yeah.
I was walking at probably 3.5 miles an hour, from the West Wing all through the main wing, and I did a loop, and it took me an hour.
I don't, Daniel. What y'all say y'all walked that one day? 4 miles?
About 5 miles each day.
5 miles a day. Just walking the aisles and talking to people and interviewing people, and crazy the number of steps that you get in. So, well, I'm glad to hear y'all had a great show out there and you're excited about coming back to visit Louisville.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So people, for our listeners that are listening that don't know anything about you guys, your software is called EarthaPro. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how did y'all get involved in software development versus what your real life was like before EarthaPro?
Sure. So EarthaPro is as you said, the CRM. It's a software for lawn care and landscaping professionals, and
the small guys.
Yeah, for the small guys. And we named it after our cat Eartha. And
We're married.
And yeah, Courtney and I are married.
Okay.
And how we got this was in our past life, we were I was in more corporate life. I was a software developer for 10 plus years. And Courtney was in the green industry. And Courtney, do you want to come up? You want to say how you came up with the idea?
Oh yeah. So I used to travel all over the U.S. all over to as many as many states as you can think of. And I would go to like small garden centers, small like landscaping places, Lowe's, Home Depots, Ace Hardware, just like you name it. And I kind of saw that a lot of these like smaller businesses in general just didn't really have a tool that they could use that was a like high quality, high value, like affordable tool they could use to organize their business. And it was sad because there's so many great people that just like forget to invoice their customers. And what kind of business are you running if you don't know your cash flow?
Right. It's crazy to hear you say that, Courtney, about not billing, because that's one of the things I run into with talking to companies myself is that we're really great at working, but we're really bad about invoicing and then collecting once we finally get around to invoicing,
Yeah. I mean, the amount of stories that I've heard where a homeowner is begging to pay and they can't.
Yeah.
It's like they can't, or they're like lawn care guy is just like, I'll send it to you soon. It's just like kind of crazy. And then when they do eventually get the bill, it's like $700, like $1,000, and they're like, what?
Yeah, I've got a sister-in-law in Texas, around the Dallas area, and she says tells me the same thing all the time. They're now in a condo, right? But when they had their home and they had somebody mowing their lawn for them, taking care of their lawn and their landscape for them, she's telling me that all the time. Like, she's like, I just try to catch this guy to tell him I need an invoice. So how honest to God, that's a true story. How did you run into that side of the industry, Courtney?
Well, in the retail garden space, a lot of like the retails, the nurseries, the growers, the landscapers, they're all like every location you go to is kind of a mix of that. So I would go to some very small garden centers that would have a bigger landscaping division, or small, like just like on the side landscaping division, and I'd talk to them and they'd say, I have no idea. Like it'd be very clear that it was just landscaping was a side gig, or it was a side thing from the retail.
Right.
It was just when they had a customer who was like, hey, can I buy this, and then can you install it? Like anyway, that's kind of how
you like peeked into it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I like peeked into it, and I was like, wait, what's going on here?
And then you saw how they were running their business, right?
Yeah, and then I saw how they were running their business, and I was like, this can be better.
And for those of our listeners that can't tell by their voices, they're very young. Courtney and Peter are very young to me, not very young to like Daniel and Katie. but it's cool that you guys saw this, and you don't have to tell our listeners y'all's ages, but it's really neat that both of you guys just decided to change careers, and I made a decision like that myself. I was about 24, I think, when I decided to quit my corporate job, Peter, and or resign, from corporate America and do the landscaping thing full time, and but you got to have the right mindset, and you got to have pride in what you're doing, right? I mean, a lot of it goes back to that aspect of it too. How did y'all decide you were going to key in on small companies?
Well, it's not. I'm going to go back a little bit, and then I'll answer that question. But something that I saw in the green industry back when like Peter was still working his corporate job is that everyone has so much pride in what they do.
Yeah.
Like it genuinely like there's so much people just want to help each other for the most part, and there's just such an abundance mentality where people are like, you're not thinking about them as your competitors, but you're thinking about them like you can uplift each other and a lot of people can win at this, simultaneously.
Right.
So that's what I really liked about the green industry, and they're just like really nice, down to earth people. Like, so I knew that this is somewhere I wanted to stay. When I had that job where I traveled over the U.S., I was like, I'm gonna stay in this industry. And then knowing Peter was a software developer, I was like, we were dating at the time, and now we're married. But anyway, I brought up the idea of a software for small businesses, and so I had the small business idea because half because that's what I saw, and then half because there wasn't really much out there for them that felt
Right.
like
High quality.
I felt high quality. Like I talked to a few when I was interested in doing this specifically for small businesses. I reached out to a few more small businesses in my area, and they just said like, yeah, there's just not really anything out there for me that I feel like was made for someone like me and was affordable, or just like not clunky, and I could actually talk to someone. A lot of people were like, I can't talk to anyone when I use this other software. If there was software I could just talk to,
Right.
or it wasn't as clunky, that would be amazing. And so that was the other half of the decision of working with small businesses. And we're also a small business ourselves.
That's really awesome because, I had that problem with my company when it was just me, right? When I first started, it seemed like everything I looked at was geared toward larger companies. And it's like, at that point in time, I mean, this software is probably not even out there and it wasn't industry specific. It was more of a accounting software, but it was called Peachtree Accounting. And it was like, oh my God, they had all these modules to it. And I'm like, I'm just really trying to run a small 1 or 2 truck operation at this point. I don't need something that's going to help me run Humana, and so, yeah, I get it. And I'm glad you guys decided to address, the small company. Before we get into what you actually got, we're going to take a short break if that's okay with you guys. You guys okay to hang on for just a minute?
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll be right back with Peter and Courtney with EarthaPro here on Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station. Don't you go anywhere. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think you guys might even know Aaron, right?
Oh, we do.
Yeah, he actually was at our booth with us.
Nice. Yeah. Super nice guy. Another young fella that I really appreciate what he's doing for our industry as well. But hey, tell us exactly what is EarthaPro other than named after your cat, which is really cool. I've got a daughter that loves cats. She's got 2 of them, and she elected for 2 cats and a cat tree versus a Christmas tree. So
yeah. Oh my goodness, maybe that's what we do in the future. We get like a really good.
But yeah. So, both of you guys, if you want to share from 2 different perspectives, Peter, I guess you as the writer, right? And that's not the right word for it. What do you call it?
No, yeah. You're right. I developed the software.
You developer. That's it. You develop it, and then Courtney, I'm sure you've got input on that as well. But yeah, tell us about each of your roles and what the software actually does. And how somebody implements it.
Yeah, sure. So I'm the software developer, and I wrote all the code and I built everything in house. And that's a side note. That's why we're able to keep the price so low, because we're not worried about hiring a bunch of other people to come in and make this. I'm just making it. So what is EarthaPro? EarthaPro is a CRM that we built alongside a few small lawn care guys.
Now, Peter, I hate to interrupt you, but I just, if you don't mind, explain CRM to some of our listeners that maybe like Wayne was, 40 years ago, when he was 46 years ago, just getting into business and not understanding the lingo.
Sure. Yeah. So CRM, a CRM software just means it's a place where you can organize your customers and organize your business operations. And what that means is like in one spot, you can see all of your customers. You can see where you can see a map view of where all of them are. And you can also make invoices and proposals that you can then send to those customers. So you can kind of operate your whole business in one spot.
Okay. And then, so that's pretty cool. So I can provide the service, invoice them out of EarthaPro. Now, what does it then link to software that they're using, like QuickBooks or some other software?
Yep. So we do integrate with QuickBooks, and all of your paid invoices get synced to your QuickBooks account. So you can then, have everything there that you need for tax season. And the invoicing is really, really cool because we set it up so as soon as you sign into EarthaPro, you can immediately start texting invoices to your customers, and your customers can pay you on their phone. There's no other setup required. Everything will just work out of the box.
Nice. So is it really that simple? I'm not questioning you. I'm just, everything says, hey, you're up and running in 10 minutes. And then it's like 3 months later, you're still trying to figure out what your password is,
Speak to this part.
Okay.
When someone signs up for EarthaPro, if I haven't already been talking to them, which typically I do not, typically they reach out to me before they want to try out EarthaPro. They get a 7-day free trial. So regardless of who you are, if you sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. And so you have 7 days to decide. You play with it, decide if this is really the tool that you want. And then I reach out too. So if they do, like once they sign up, within like 24, 48 hours, we'll set up some sort of meeting so I can make sure that their account is fully set up and walk them through EarthaPro to make sure that they understand how to use it, and then help them set up their Stripe account. So the Stripe account is how we include the payment links in the text messages. And so basically, I work with our customers until they feel comfortable using the software. Typically, it doesn't typically it's pretty fast. I've had a few people who are they want to use it for a week or so, but until they feel comfortable using the software. But generally, it's pretty fast.
All right, here we got a question. Let's see. Came in here. Let me open this up. It says,
cool.
Okay, it says I have it when I balance my QuickBooks to my bank account. It assigns payments to clients in a random order, it looks like. Does this have that issue?
So the question is when he assigns. I'm sorry, could you say the question again?
Yeah. And Corey, let me ask Corey about this too. It says I have it when I say he has it, I don't know if he's actually talking about your software. Okay. But he says, I have it when I balance my QuickBooks to my bank accounts, it will assign payments to clients at random. Does this have that issue? So let me see. He'll send us a clarifier on that. But I think what he's saying is the current software that he has is having an issue posting to QuickBooks. Let's see. He'll send it to us. And because he follows it up with, does your all software have that issue? So I think what it is, and we'll let him clear it up, and I'm sorry for getting you guys in the middle of this, but signing.
I actually got super excited when you said we got a question. I was like, oh, I've never been on a show when someone texted in a question.
All right. So we'll see. Okay. No, he said his is on a QuickBooks issue. So I guess his question is then, with you guys syncing, could you explain the QuickBooks syncing mechanism, Peter? Since that's your forte, right? The writing of that. Will it post properly to the proper account versus what he's using?
Okay. So we do a one-way QuickBooks sync, and in EarthaPro, when you click sync, all of your paid invoices will just go to your QuickBooks account, and it'll when you open up your QuickBooks account it everyone has it organized a little differently depending on what services your product is under, but your paid invoices will seamlessly appear in your QuickBooks account. So what how I'm hearing the question, it does not sound like we have that issue.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Hey, and by the way, anybody listening to us, if y'all have got any questions on what this software does, or they get further into explaining it, Peter is excited, and Courtney, to take any questions that you have, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
About it.
And yeah, and I just want to add on to that, like something that we've been doing from the day we started building EarthaPro is listening, like working alongside and listening to real lawn care companies. We were fortunate enough at the beginning to Courtney found 3 or 4 guys to work alongside with us. And as we've been building, we've been listening, getting more customers and listening to everyone about what do they want in EarthaPro, what do they not like, and we keep tweaking and adding more stuff to the software. So it's really being built for the small lawn care.
I gotcha. That brings up 2 questions, Peter and Courtney. I'll let you go here in just a second on explaining. When you say small, would you define small? Because that's different for different people's mindset, right? Are you talking about somebody, 1 to 2 employees, or 1 to, doing under 100,000 a year, or under $1 million a year? What's your all's definition of, hey, we're designed for small companies?
Yeah, so typically 5 people and under, but we can handle up to 10. So we have like time tracking capabilities. We have mobile app capabilities and stuff. So it's mostly for like 10 and under. But
okay.
solo operators are good as well. We have 2 tiers. So one is the solo and the other is called pro. So solo tier, it's just one account user. It might just like this one person can use it. It might just be for like part-time people or like students or someone who's like doing it on the side. And that account starts at $9.99 a month.
Is that per client or for the whole use of the software?
For the whole use of the software.
Well,
if it's a person, then it's $9.99 a month to start.
How in God's name did you all get it so affordable?
Well, Peter, it's all literally. Well, Peter, we try to bring this up because we don't want people thinking that we did something sketchy to make it so cheap. It's truly Peter.
Yeah. So like Courtney said, we started at $10 a month for the solo tier, but then if you want all the bells and whistles and some of like the added bells and whistles, like if you want to sync to QuickBooks and if you want more advanced proposal generation, that goes to the second tier, and the second tier starts at $40 a month. And so now your question, how did we make this so affordable? So I've been a software developer for 10 plus years. And when Courtney was telling me this idea, she told me this idea at such an exciting point because I was like, I have enough experience to know how to make this the right way. So it runs pretty cheaply for us. And this is something else I was going to eventually bring up. AI is such an incredible tool. The way I use AI is to learn 100 times faster. And because I'm able to learn 100 times faster, whatever I didn't understand how to do before, because I learned it so quickly, and that's why I'm able to build all of this and manage everything. Like AI really is a force multiplier. And I was going to, eventually bring up that, just being at Equip, we saw these AI lawnmowers and AI everywhere. And the future is looking really exciting with what AI is going to do. And, AI has its limitations. It's not perfect. I'm not one of those people that's like AI is like amazing today, but it is an incredible tool that I think everyone should at least look at.
We got another question, Peter. Is there a payroll add-in option?
We do not integrate with any of the payroll add-ins.
Okay. All right. All right.
I wanted to
And
say
then,
something about.
all right.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Courtney.
I wanted to say one more thing about our costs. So, with the solo tier starting at like $9.99, like it is really cheap, but also a lot of other, I'd say the majority of other softwares in general, but especially in this space, have taken funding from like private equity, venture capital funding. So basically, they need to make sure that they like have a 10x or a 20x return on their financials. They can give it back to everyone who's invested in it, and so they like regardless of how much it costs them to actually run the software, they have to have it at like $200, $300, $400 a month just to even break even and pay all their employees. So for us, we completely bootstrapped EarthaPro because we wanted to make sure that we did what we wanted to do with this company, and we're doing what we want to do with the company. So yeah. So that's I understand that a lot of people needed the funding in order to get a software developer, but we already had one.
You already had one in hand, right?
Yeah, which is like really, really amazing because that's typically what people would use their investments for.
I gotcha. What does the actual software do for somebody? So I engage with EarthaPro. Does it? I mean, how do I put all my customers in? Do they transfer? Is it a sync from, like, if I'm using QuickBooks for an example? Do my customers sync from QuickBooks to EarthaPro, or do I put them in EarthaPro and then they have to sync back to QuickBooks? How does that transition take place?
Yeah, so right now it's to import your customers to EarthaPro. We will do that for you.
Okay.
We're so like most of the time customers will just send us like an Excel spreadsheet or like some kind of file of their customers, and we upload the customers to the CRM. And I've been getting so much feedback about how it would be nice if they could just sync their customers from QuickBooks into EarthaPro.
Uh-huh.
And like I'm so glad that you mentioned this right now, because this is kind of what I was saying before. All the new stuff we're adding to EarthaPro is literally from conversations like this.
Okay. Good deal.
And I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. What was your second question? Like, how does
and what else? What else does it do? Like if I I say, hey, I'm gonna get involved with EarthaPro, use the software. Does it do my routing or scheduling, or do I just simply have all my customers there? And when I go provide a service, I say, hey, Bill Courtney for mowing, Bill Courtney for landscaping. What does the software actually do for me other than a portal for my customer to pay?
Yeah. So it's the whole like back office flow. We're actually working on routing right now, and we'll have that out sometime in sometime in like a couple, just soon. We'll have that.
Okay.
We're also going to have batch invoicing out pretty soon as well. But overall, so with EarthaPro, you can see all of your like basic stats. So you'll be able to see a graph of all your paid invoices for the past few months. You'll be able to see how many text messages you sent out, and then you can see how many aging invoices you have. You can see all of your today's tasks, like today's jobs, and then what you need to bring for each job, who's going.
Yeah, that was my question. That's it, Courtney. So if I put on there, hey, I want day one, route one customers, that's what it's going to do. It'll pull that up for me. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay. And if you have more than one employee, only that employee will be able to see their own jobs.
I gotcha.
So that's good.
We have another question, if I can add this to the question list from somebody. It says, does it allow for card on file?
So we do not allow card on file right now. But something I'll just say, the three features we're working on, and this is all the feedback we've been getting the past couple months, is batch invoicing, like Courtney said. That's coming out soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll out routing soon, and then card on file. That's a new one that we learned about, and we're really considering adding card and file as well because we have the capability to add that.
Okay. I think that would really be a nice addition, just personally. And I'm glad we got that question in. I didn't even think about that aspect of it to ask you guys. But yeah, I know with our business here, it's nice to have those the access, when we can put that card on file for somebody. So it does sound like you guys are really receptive and immediately ready to make it better, different and better than your competitor, right? I mean, that's just it. And
yeah, we have to. That's something that we got to do. Any small business, like especially like long-term businesses, it's like there's so many of them. You got to find your way,
right.
in your way, differentiate, and I mean a lot of it's just like overall caring.
How long has EarthaPro been available?
Since January.
So
you literally just launched about a year ago.
Yeah. So when we launched earlier this year, we were when we're working with the small lawn care maintenance guys, we were like, what do you need in the software so we can make it, get going, launch it quickly, and then we'll, based on all your feedback, we'll keep adding and adding. And this is kind of to answer your previous question about what does EarthaPro do. The things that they really wanted for for version 1 was, a place to manage all their customers, a map view, templates, so you can make base job templates, so you can reuse that template over and over and over to schedule jobs from it. And after you schedule a job, out of the box, no setup required. You can text your invoice to your customer, and you can get paid. Your customer can pay you on their phone, and everything will just sync to your bank account. And that's what EarthaPro does. And we also have the QuickBooks integration, but that's what EarthaPro does today. And we're very, very excitingly working on, the routing and batch invoicing, and we're so excited to roll that out early next year.
So you guys have made a ton of progress, like any new business, I guess. Just the little things you keep doing, those 1% changes, man, that's another contractor says, oh man, that's a great idea. I need to do that. And I just really love your target personally, because being, seriously, I really do. I'm not just saying that because I'm talking to you guys. Because it's hard for somebody to find something that's a small company, that's affordable, that functions, and I think that's the reality of it. Okay. Can I ask you guys, we're going to take a short break. Can I ask you to hold on for another minute? And we're going to talk with, we'll be right back with more profit time. I got another text came in while we were doing that. And here's the question. Is EarthPro set up for mobile?
Yes. So we have a mobile app, and we have a mobile app for Android and iPhone.
You're getting lots of questions, Peter.
Yeah, I appreciate this. I've never been on a show where I got live questions, but yeah, we have a mobile app for Android and iPhone, and you can text invoices right from the mobile app.
So, and you're doing everything in the world to make it easy for the guy. That, when I say guy, Courtney, don't take offense to that. That's contractor language. That just means contractor in Wayne language. Okay, it's not gender specific, but so yeah, that's there and working and rolling for you guys already. So the mobile app is up and running. So if somebody is hey, say I want to try EarthaPro out, and I know you said you got a 7-day trial. What's the onboarding process for that look like? So from saying, hey, Courtney, sign me up, I love it, how long does it take me to get up and running? I know, Peter, you said it's really quick, and y'all did, but I mean, realistically for our listeners, what's that transition look like, and what do they need to do?
Yeah, okay. So they'll reach out to me. I will say, awesome. Sounds great. Let's set up some sort of call. And then I'll send them an email with the information on, click this link and, like, this is what, like, during our call or during our video call when we're sending you up, here's everything. Here's a list of what we're going to be doing, like the call agenda, so that we're on that call. They'll share their screen, so their like computer screen, and they'll go through the flow of signing up for EarthaPro, which is pretty fast. I'd say it takes like less than 5 minutes to actually sign up for EarthaPro. The thing that actually takes more time is the signing up for Stripe. But I walk them through that during that call, and then right before we end the call, I say, make sure to send me an Excel sheet or some sort of list of all of your customers, and we can get that imported in their account like the next two or 3 days. Usually faster, but I just say 2 or 3 days. And then the whole process, I'd say, I mean, this is all done before the free trial even ends. So I'd say the whole process really is like, if you want to have a meeting the same day or the next day, I will also do that. Like, what is it? It's called like, you walk, I walk,
Right,
run,
right.
thing.
Yeah.
So, I also reach out to them too if they say that they're interested.
Well, it certainly sounds like you guys keep up if we're walking or running, regardless, right? So you're listening and keeping up, to say the least.
Yeah. We're both here to help. We have a phone number we share. We also have, and then like 2 more things to add to this is, when we designed EarthaPro, we very intentionally designed it so a lot of the things look the same. So every time you go to a new page in EarthaPro, it feels very familiar because it's all designed intentionally. And we also have we're available. You guys can call, text us whenever you need help. We also have a video library in EarthaPro. You can click on help me, and we try to make videos for a lot of questions people might have.
Got another question just came in. It says, after you onboard my customers, how easy is it to edit my clients?
Oh, super easy. Like we have this. So when you go on to our, we go to EarthaPro, you look at the customers. It's like you can see all of your customers in a very pretty, easy to look at list view, and you can edit anyone immediately.
Imagine it like it's an Excel spreadsheet.
Okay. All right.
But much prettier.
Much prettier.
Much prettier.
Much prettier. Hey, I got a text from Aaron Walls too for you guys. He said, your buddy Aaron, he said, tell Courtney and Peter to get their bets in. They'll know what I'm talking about. Is that something you can share, or is that proprietary information that we're not sharing? Either way is fine with me.
I don't know if it's proprietary information because Aaron, Courtney, and I, we have Aaron is such a great guy, and we're like friends now. We text sometimes, and whenever we text, we usually text about who we're gonna bet on in sports.
All right. Fair enough. Hey, as we wrap this up, how's somebody get a hold of you guys?
Okay, so we just got a actually, Courtney, do you want to give your email right now, and then I'll pull this one up?
Yeah. So
let's just give the number.
Yeah, let's give the number.
So we have you guys can call us or text us on this number anytime. The number is 571-306-1030. And you can also find us at EarthaPro.com, and you can schedule a video call on EarthaPro.com if you guys want.
Easy enough. So simply it's 571-306-1030 is a way to call them direct, and you've got the owner's phone number, right?
Yep.
That's cool. And then also you can reach them at EarthaPro.com. And by the way, Darren Gruner just sent me a text and said, say hello for him as well. So,
awesome.
So
yeah, say hello from me too. I hope he's doing well.
Absolutely. So yeah, he's listening. So any final comments you guys would like to make before we hop off here?
The last thing I want to say is when Courtney introduced me to the green industry, I, I came from corporate world, and I was very fortunate for my job, but I, what I was craving to work around people with passion. And when I started talking, when Courtney introduced me to this industry, I got addicted. I got hooked quickly because I was like, wow, like it's full of small businesses where everyone cares, and that's it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I appreciate that. It is a great industry, and it's great to see a lot of young people, both in the ownership side as well as you're all's in, the software development side to make our lives easier. And I just wish all this stuff was out there when I started, you know?
Yeah.
That's the reality. No, all joking aside, I mean it was a different challenge, and I'm not saying it's easy now by any stretch of the imagination. You guys know that, being a small business owner, it's never easy, but it sure does make it nice when you got people like you and Courtney, Peter, that are putting out a product that makes your life a little bit easier and gives you back more time. And this is definitely a time saver when you're getting somebody off paper sheets, and trying to keep up with the money and that, like you said, Courtney, initially the invoicing side of it. So, hey, I appreciate you guys. And again, if you want to get a hold of Peter or Courtney at EarthaPro, 571-306-1030, or their website at earthapro.com. Do you have a picture of your cat by chance on your software?
Do we have a thing? We should.
You should do that. I think that would be a good marketing play.
Yeah, we should. We'll add that soon.
Just something to think about. I mean, I'm not a marketing expert, but I think it'd be cool.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, any chance to talk about our side, I totally will.
Good deal. But hey, we need to hop off here. We're on a hard off at 11 o'clock. We got Darren Greener coming on, and he kicked me right out of here. So I appreciate you guys getting on. I'm going to reach out to you guys here when I hop off the air, if that's okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for getting on with us. Appreciate you guys listening to us here on Profit Time here on Turfs Up Radio. Your industry, your station. Don't you go anywhere. Stay tuned for the King Darren and the Landscape Hero.